Hi, dear Soraya. Thank you for your time today. I have an interview with you because you're a coach and you want to share your experience with us. And thank you for your time. Would you like to explain about yourself a little bit?
Hey, I'm Soraya. Thank you that you invited me for this call. I'm very grateful for it. And I'm Soraya. I'm certified in coaching, innovation, also creativity. I did my certification in Lisbon, Portugal, but I live in Frankfurt, Germany. I live here. I was born here and I love it. And what should I tell about myself? Good. My parents are from Portugal and I was born here. I did the preschool in Portugal, then also the 50th grade until the high school here in Frankfurt. I studied economics on Goethe, like you, but you study psychology, and then I broke up because I thought I have my own company in coaching. I have the results I want, so I should just focus on one thing and not two things, but because if you focus on two things, you don't have exclusivity and you don't focus on that, because you can't focus on two things. You need to focus on one thing and make it your priority so that you have also success in it. And that's what I do. And I do coaching sessions. I have online products like online courses. I'm doing right now an online course to productivity, time management, energy management, and things like that. And I also do workshops for companies, for teams, and I just also worked with football players, and that was an amazing experience.
Nice. Which football players are they famous, or can you
They're
explain?
not famous, not Cristiano Ronaldo.
It was last days in Iran, so
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
this
I
is
know.
not
That was crazy. That was
yeah,
crazy.
really the crowd that followed him. Yeah,
No,
I feel very
Iran people, no Cristiano Ronaldo in my list.
maybe in the future,
Not
who
until
knows?
now.
You should dream about it. And
Yeah.
yeah, and what motivates you to become a coach? Can you explain a little bit about it?
Well, it's a great question. I remember I was 14 and I loved it to read books about psychology.
Mhm.
But then in criminology or things like psychopaths and to understand what motivates them and things like that. But then after 3 years, I thought to myself, no, this is not what I want for me. And I was like, what I want for me. And then I remember I was in Portugal in holidays, and I remember I saw a book with our orange cover that is from Mark Manson, I think, and it's called How You Should Give a Fuck About Yourself or something like that. I don't know if you know the book.
Yeah, that is.
Now I think the book is not so good like I read it, but that was the first book and the first book to self-development, and I was like, damn, so people write about personal development. That was for myself like, wow, what is this? And this book, and then I read another books, and in that time my brother is 11 years older than me, and he was also in this mood like, I want to know more about personal development. And so my brother and we are talking about events and books and sharing with each other this theme and this topic. And then I started to go to events, meet another people, meet coaches, meet mentors. And then I'm a person, since I'm 15, I love to share content. I love to share my knowledge with another people because I think it's so egoistic, like you have the content, you have the knowledge, and you just want it for yourself. And I think you can share it with another people, make another people healthier and clear about their lives. And this is what I wanted to do, but just like a hobby. I was 18 years old and I was thinking, okay, I have my Instagram account. why I don't share the books I read, why I don't share the events I go, and things like that, quotes and my thoughts. And then people said to me, why you don't coach people, why you don't make coaching sessions, why you don't make a certification, why you don't work really in this area, because you are really good in it. And I was like, maybe I should do it, maybe I should try it, because I have a little bit knowledge more than another people, not like a Tony Robbins or something like that, because I was 18, I was starting, but I didn't know I can do it. I can share people, I can help people. And then I said to myself, okay, I will do a certification and let's try it, because I'm a human. I can't do something like work without the certifications. To coaching, you don't need a certification. You can do it like you want. If you want it without a certification, you can do it. But I'm a human that I have the confidence to do it. I need a certification. So I did the certification with 20 another women in Lisbon. It was a great experience. There were 20 women in one room. 2 weeks, we learn everything about coaching, what is important, what you can't do. Like, coaching is not mentoring, so you should take a little bit attention to your own opinion, because the client is the client. It's not your world, it's the world from the client. And you just need to take attention that you are not mentoring him, just coaching. Coaching is about questions. Coaching is about to make clear to the client he has the solutions in himself. He don't need me. He can do it alone, but I need to make like a map that I show him here. This is how you can do it, and techniques, and I was doing it and I loved it. And I started doing it like for 3 clients without payment, so that I can learn, I can try it. And then I was like, that's what I love. I was like, that is what I love. And it's crazy, because I can remember I was a child, and I always said to myself that my dream was to be like 2 years old and know what I want to do with my life. I think that is the dream from all the people. They want to know, what should I do with my life? What should I do with my professional life? And you see football players, they know, like they are one child, and they know, I want to be a football player. And that's what I wanted for myself, not to be a football player, but to know what I want for myself, for my professional, for my career. And then I was like 18, I did my certification, and I thought to myself, I'm living my dream. I live the dream from Soraya, the child that wanted to know what she should be and should do with her career. And I was like 18, and I was, that's it. That's what I'm doing. Maybe later also another thing to it, but coaching will always be a part of myself. And today I understand that coaching is not just my work. It's like my ambition, it's like my passion, it's like my purpose. I love to give knowledge to other people. I do it without to pay in Instagram, and then for payment, like my work, then the coaching sessions and the online courses, and that's what it is.
Yeah, that's great that you found your motivation and your goal, and you can imagine yourself to do it all your life long, and that's very, very important. I think so little people have this chance to find out what they really want and what is their purpose in life.
Yeah.
And you told in before that you guide kind of people to find themselves, and you don't show them you don't say that's the right way. So you kind of guide them, and they found in their self, in addition, also in Deutsch,
Yes.
what is the right path. So I would ask you the question: what is the difference in your perspective between a psychologist and a coach? And what are their
Okay, so I would say the difference is you can in psychology also do the coaching techniques, like and question the people and then wait to the answer of the client or the how you say patient
Patients, yeah.
good.
Client.
And then
Word.
yeah,
I'm so
client
critical
also.
about this word. Sorry to interrupt you, but about this word, patient and client, because when you tell someone who she or he is patient, patient, that gives a negative meaning to the person who comes to
I
seek
think
help.
also
Because this person is so self-reflected to go and take help and seek help. And when you say, "Oh, du bist Patient," and do also in German, you are patient. I find that's kind of negative meaning. How do you see that? Because for me,
and I would
I think in American culture that is better because they call them client. Okay, this one's
that's good. So
that's better, but in German there is Patient. So
that is too much because a psychology is not a doctor. He didn't study medicine, so that is a little bit too much when you say patients to a client. I think it should be client. It's a client. He is paying you a service. It's a client. For me, it's a client. Also in psychology, I would say it's a client, but people like to say it's a patient, and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
If you see it like that. But I would say the main difference is that a psychology can lead and can help people like with depression, with disturbing things like a bipolar and really deep problems. I don't like the word problems, but problems. And the coach helps you find your way. Like you are in this moment. I will give an example with a car and with a map. You are in Germany and just say you want to go to Spain. And to go to Spain with the car, you need a map, a physical map or a digital map, but you need a map to know the way. And that's coaching. So you are here and you want to go to Spain, and the coach will help you find the way, help you to guide the way. So we will talk in coaching sessions like, okay, about goals, about techniques, about beliefs, limiting beliefs that can't help you find your way to Spain and something and things like that. In psychology, you work with depressions, you work with deeper things that coaching can help you. Coaching can't help you with depressions. Maybe Tony Robbins can do it, he does it, but coaching can't do it, right? The classic coaching can't help people with depression, with problems, because there are things that you need to learn in the university and you need to learn with people that really do it and not just make a certification 2 weeks or 6 months like I did also, and you can lead a depression. That's not so. Also, a difference is like psychology leads, or a therapy in psychology leads to 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and years. And coaching is short time-based sessions. So we don't do it 1 year, 2 year, long term or something like that. No, we just do 1 to 12 sessions. I don't like to do one session because one session will not help you. And so I do normally 3 months with the clients, or 6 months if they want, but not longer. And psychology is not like 3 months and you are done. No, psychology will say to you, you need 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and that's not like that. I was in therapy.
On the method, I think. For example, if you are in Tiefenpsychologie, so what Freud did, it takes longer time to heal compared to, for example, CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. So there are different directions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know more which therapy I did, but my therapy was at the beginning, I thought, okay, 1 year, something like that. I was in therapy for 2 years, and then I ended because I wanted it and not because the psychology said, okay, we are done. So I was 2 years and she said I will need 4 years. And I was like, I don't want this for me, because I was 2 years. 1 year I saw the transformation in my life because of my beliefs, because of my inner child, that I worked on the sessions, on the therapy. But then after 1 year, I didn't see a difference in me. So, and after a year, not seeing a difference, not I was talking about my problems, but then after the session, I was like, I'm how should I say it? Ich bin verlorener. Ich bin, I was, wie sagt man?
Kind of loser.
Yes, I was like that. I was losing myself more than before the session, before the therapy. And it was like the moment when I say, maybe I should try another thing, because I'm also a person, I'm not just based on facts and based on what the psychology or the medicine says. I'm just also a spiritually person. So that's a difference. In psychology, you can talk about spirituality. They will not understand it. So if you come with something that is more spirituality, like to example, my psychology once said to me, what motivates to do it? And I was like, my intuition. And she was, what is intuition? And I was like, okay, how should I answer this? And things like, I think I was talking to God, and she was like, I'm a psychology. I can't go with these teams. I can't talk about these topics about God. And it was really difficult for her to talk about spirituality, God, and things like that. And I understand, because psychologies are more based on facts, based on things that they know they can prove, and not spirituality. But for myself, I need also something with that. That's why my coaching sessions are not just based on facts, are based also what the beliefs of the person are. So if you believe in God, we'll talk about God. If you believe in energy, we will talk about energy. I have clients, they come to me and say, I want more masculine energy in my life. I have too feminine energy, and we work about it. Sometimes I don't know everything about the team, about this topic, but then I learn, I search for information, and I organize my questions and what I learned to help these people get out and get to the Spain, from Frankfurt to Spain they want. And I think that's also a difference between psychology and coaching. It's like they just focus on facts, what studies can prove, and coaching is more about, how do you see the world? Let me get there. Let me understand you. Let me don't just focus on what I believe, but also in what you believe. What do you want? Because it's not about me. It's not about what another people will say it's right or it's not right. It's about you, what you want for yourself, how you see the world. Can I help you to get there? And a coach is not based on his opinion, it's based on how you see the world. And I will see the world like you see. That's coaching.
Yeah. That's very interesting what you said.
I talk a lot. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. You're here to talk, and I'm here to ask questions. So you spoke about feminine and masculine energy in your coaching session. Could you explain a little bit about that? And I would add a little bit that it depends on the psychotherapy direction, because Jung was also spoke a lot about this anima and animus in his unconsciousness.
Yes.
Also, it depends on the, I think, psychology direction, which psychotherapy. But you're right. They see the things more logically, and they want to change the behavior that caused this problematic. And in coach, you mean this spirituality plays a lot of role, but do you believe that by all the coaches, spirituality is so important, or just depends on the person?
Depends on the person. Depends on the person. Yeah, I know coaches, they say, no, I'm also based on like psychology. based on studies can prove and things like that. It's from a person, it's from the coach. I believe I should see the world like the client should or sees it, and so I see it. I believe spirituality, you can't do anything without it, because I had challenges in my life that psychology helped me,
Yeah.
but then I had challenges that psychology didn't help me, but just my spirituality. Sometimes you need to focus on your beliefs, on God, and on your spirituality, because spirituality is not just about God, it's about another things. And meditation is something I love to do in coaching sessions. I love to start a coaching session with a meditation. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's like you need to be creativity in your sessions. And if you see the person needs it, do it. My inspiration, if we are talking about spirituality and coaches and things like that, my inspiration is Jay Shetty. He is like based on studies, but also spirituality. You can't do one thing without the other. And so I do it. I'm also, I love philosophy. And philosophy I always have in my sessions. My examples are always based on philosophy, like Aristotle and Socrates, and I love it. I love to bring one theme, one topic with another, and bam.
That's a good combination.
And to the energy, yes, and to energies, masculine and feminine. Feminine energy is more about you feel, you are more in your thoughts and what you smile, and are more about touch, more about sensibility, and things like I feel and not I do. So feminine energy is about I feel. Maybe you know women that don't feel so much. They are more action, like me. I have more masculine energy than feminine energy. Feminine energy is more like I am a woman, I am feminine, I feel the things, I'm in this present moment living it, I'm experiencing it. And masculine energy is more about rational.
That's rational thinking.
Rational, like I'm not feeling, I'm feeling, but not so much like I'm doing. So I need to do this, I'm going. This is masculine energy. And every person has energy, masculine energy and feminine energy.
Yeah.
You should have 50-50, but some people have 60-40 or 90-10 and things like that. But you should have both on the same grades, so that you are like, you have your feminine, but you also have your masculine. That's why you see like men's with more feminine energy than masculine energy, and you see also women with more masculine energy than feminine energy. Maybe you know somebody that is more feminine energy, like masculine energy in a man. You see it.
Yeah. So
everybody has it. Everybody has the two energies, but one is more active like the another. And the men's and women should have the two energies active, like 50-50. And that's a problem for many people. And that's why people also come to me like, I want to have 50-50, because, for example, I am a woman, I have my company, I'm doing, but I can't, I must remember myself, I'm also feminine energy. So I style myself, I make meditations, I go to events, I go to a restaurant, and I'm just feeling what is in front of me, around me, and that is what and how I connect with me and my energy, feminine energy. Oh God, this words. But feminine energy. And like my world, in my work, I'm masculine energy more than feminine energy. But then when I have the time for myself, I need to be feminine energy, so I can have the 50-50 or the 60-40, that I have control of both and not just one.
You mean the feminine energy is kind of flow state energy? Did you let everything flow and everything happens in a beautiful synchronicity? So we can feel that. And that's interesting that to create a balance between masculine and feminine energy is very hard, but achievable.
It's hard,
It's
but
hard.
you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah,
You can
with
do it.
meditation, maybe, as you said before, or coaching, that what you can achieve it. And my last question, because we have 7 minutes,
Oh
is
my God.
about, do you have any critique or Verbesserungsvorschläge, how we can make psychology better or psychotherapy better or whatever you think? You were also
About psychology?
yeah, you were also in psychotherapy, you said before, and what is
Yeah.
your opinion? What could be done better in this field?
So many things.
Yeah, tell us.
Like, at first, don't see coaching like a competition. So psychologists and coaches should not be against each other, but work together. I think when coaching and psychology is working together, it gets better. So coaching is also something good, and psychologists didn't always understand that coaching is also what you can do. It's okay to be or to want coaching and not a therapy. It's always good, and we can have both. But for psychology, what you should do better, psychologists, if you are hearing it, but I think you should not see people like they are on the ground, like they are. I feel that psychologists always say and always feel like the clients are depressive and on depression and are killing themselves. And okay, it's happening. Yes, it's happening. People kill themselves. But like, I will say my own example. I was in therapy for 2 years. And after the 2 years, in the moment I said, I don't want it for me. I need a break. I want to experience another things, another therapies, another like coaching, or another things like mentoring, spiritual mentoring and things like that. My psychologist was against me and was saying, no, but you can break it because you are on the progress, and if you break here, you are not healed. And I was like, I'm not healed. I will never be healed, because you can also always improve yourself. And I was in therapy not because I had a depression, not because I wanted to kill myself, not because I had one thing that was really big. No, I just want to get therapy because I wanted to heal my inner child, and I was really good on it, working on it in the 2 years. I was on therapy also talking about my negative beliefs, and it was okay. It's not like I need to be healed. I needed nothing to be healed. I was okay with myself. And I think psychologists should not see the clients like, I need to heal him. No, you don't need to heal him. You need to help him. But in the moment he doesn't want it, that you understand it, and it's okay. Like, and I was, in the moment I wanted to break it, I felt like this person is not understanding me. This person saw me all the time like not myself, not being me. And it was like, I was a little bit disappointing, because I liked her. And then I had this experience with her on the last session, like, you are not healed. You should have a psychology all your life. And I was like, no, I don't need it. I don't need to have a psychology all my life on my side. No, I can work with coaching. I can work with books. I can work with other things. And one day, if I need therapy, I will do it, but not all my life, because I think all your life to be with a psychology, it's too much with a psychologist. And also that psychologist, what can I also say? That they, when the client brings a problem, that they think on a solution together. Because I was bringing my problems 1 year, the last year I was bringing my problems, and then I was like, okay, I don't see an improvement from my side. I was talking about the things, and then that's it. And I think when you are in psychology, try to improve yourself, try to reflect about you, what you can improve. I'm doing this all the time with me, like a coach. After a coaching session, I'm reflecting what can I improve, what can I do better in the next session. And I think psychologists should do it too. It's not about you study it and you know everything. No, about mental health, you should learn and studying and improving yourself all the time. It's not just studying 3 years or 4 years. I don't know how long you study psychology, and then it's done and I know everything and I can help everything and everyone and everything will be good. No, mental health, you should focus every single day learning more about it, more about topics that you don't know, because I was bringing sometimes topics that I know. I'm okay, the 40 minutes, okay, that I know.
But we can continue it after the
Yeah, okay, that I know that that she didn't have the knowledge to get that.
Yeah.
But I was also I had the hope that she would take time to learn more about it, to the topics that I brought. And then after that, it was like, okay, I bring my problem and you don't help me because you don't know about this topic. And it is like, okay, I'm paying for it and then I don't see the improvement because I don't have the person that can help me. And it's a little bit like, it's sad. So if you are a psychologist or a coach, also a coach, improve yourself all the time. Reflect about the sessions. Think, what can I improve? How can I help this human better? What can I do better? If a client comes to me and I don't know what to talk about this topic, but I have the questions in my hand, I have the techniques in my hand, I figure it out and I try to help. But if I don't know about the topic, I will learn about it and I will improve myself to help him. And show it.
Thank you very much. But would you like to continue the second part of our?
Yeah, you can do it.
And right now,
okay.
we'll continue it. Okay.
Okay.
So I stopped the thing.